All right, welcome back everyone. Dr. Ben, not a real doctor here. And today we're here to talk about these guys, Earthrunner sandals. I've had this pair about 5 months now. I've owned Lunas and Unshoes both in the past. In fact, my first pair of Lunas were when you just ordered the kit and made your own. They didn't actually make sandals yet. So I've had like 3 pairs of Lunas, 1 pair of Unshoes, and this is my first pair of Earthrunners. So I'll just give my thoughts on these and kind of sort of compare to the other ones. Also, this is about the only thing I wear anymore. It has to get pretty cold, like into the high 20s before I start putting on like closed-toe shoes. Or I have to be doing something that requires a closed-toe shoe before I'll really opt for something other than these. I just don't like having my feet in shoes anymore. So they do have a pretty significant amount of wear on them for only 5 months, but that's because they are my go-to for everything. So the first thing I noticed when I got them is that they do take a little time to figure out how to adjust. It's not that they're more complicated than other sandals of their type, it's that these are the Adventure version of the Circadians, and the laces are pretty rigid. So kind of tracing everything out and figuring out what goes where can take just a few minutes. Take your time, look at it. You can see here that it comes up through the toe here, down through the footbed here, up and around, right? And then it feeds through this little clip and comes around the top of your foot here and back down through the footbed right here, and then comes up and around and feeds through the clip again, and here you can adjust the tension on the heel. Well, that adjusts across the foot, but I always feel it on the heel, so I stand corrected. It adjusts across the top of the ankle, basically. Once you do your initial adjustment for the strap across the top here and across the back of the heel, I found that I don't really have to do anything else with them outside of using this clip. So take your time, figure it out, get it set up for you, and then basically you don't really have to worry about it anymore. You will notice that when you're wearing these, if it's hotter or colder or you're doing physical activity, your foot is gonna swell and change size and shape. This clip is really handy for adjusting that. The other time that I've needed to use it is if you're doing steeper terrain or rockier terrain. You don't want your foot slipping around inside of the laces. So it helps to cinch it down. Even cinch down fairly tight, I found that they're very comfortable. The last pair of Lunas I had elastic laces, which were also really comfortable, but they don't feel quite as secure as these, which are rigid. The other thing that I learned actually after I bought these is that they're a grounding sandal. So you can see there's a little, hopefully you can see, there you go, little copper bit there at the bottom. And there is basically steel thread through the laces here that help you ground to the earth even though you're wearing a rubber-soled shoe. So if you're into that, it's a cool feature. I haven't seen other ones that have that. The tread here, you can see that there is a flat spot there at the ball of the foot and a little bit of a flat spot there at the heel. Now, I have done several 5+ mile hikes in these, and like I already said, I wear them pretty much anytime I go anywhere. So they've held up very well. They're very grippy. I haven't had any issues of them being slippery on pretty much anything. So really happy with the tread, really happy with the wear. They also, one of the reasons that I went with the Circadian instead of the, what is it, I think it's the Elementals, is that this has a canvas sole top. The Elementals doesn't, and then the next one up, which I don't remember what that one's called. Alpha, it's called the Alpha. And so it's thickest sole down to thinnest sole. So Alpha's the thickest, the Circadian's the middle, and the Elementals is the thinnest. And from looking at it, I think the only thing that sets the Circadian and the Elemental apart is the canvas top. So if you get the Elemental, it's gonna be a little bit thinner because it doesn't have that canvas top. I prefer having something like a leather or canvas top because I've found with other sandals that the rubber footbed starts to wear, and you end up with this sort of rubber dust that you get everywhere all over your feet as soon as you put them on, pretty much. And I don't really care for that. It just means you're constantly either tracking little rubber bits everywhere, or you have to wash your feet a lot more than you normally would to keep from tracking it all over the house. So I've also liked that the canvas is textured. That helps with your foot's proprioception of the ground and to feel the terrain. So double win on that one. If you prefer not having a canvas top, then the Elementals does not. Both the Alpha and the Circadian do. And if you are vegan, these are a good option. They are vegan friendly. I'm not vegan, but Lauren is, so that's good. She actually picked up a pair not too long ago, has been pretty happy with her pair too. So if you're vegan, these are a good option for you. And on the website, they have a very, very, very handy, this is kind of common with a lot of the sandals, but they have a good online sizing system. Basically, you pick your shoe size and it's a printout. Make sure it's sized correctly on the printer, like actual size. And just print out the little printout, and then you put your foot on the printout to size your sandals, basically. There's no guesswork. If your foot is the right size, it shows, and then you can order the right size. I can't comment on their return policy or anything like that because it fit exactly the way I wanted it straight out of the box. So don't know about the customer service, happy with the sizing service. But yeah, overall, I am extremely happy with this pair of shoes. This is probably what I'm going to be sticking with here in the future. I have a really hard time coming up with anything I don't like about them. Yeah, I mean, sometimes I come home and I just forget to take them off. They're so comfortable. And then an hour later, I realize I still have my sandals on. So very, 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 very happy with these. Not sponsored by Earth Runners. I bought these myself. Like I said, I keep sampling different stuff. So yeah, I have absolutely nothing but good things to say about my pair of Earth Runners. Again, this is the Circadian Adventure. So these are the heavier duty laces. They also have the lifestyle version, which has, I'm guessing they're thinner, more comfortable, less rigid laces, but I don't like having a whole bunch of different shoes for special purposes. I just went with the Adventure, and I'm just gonna use that for everything, which is basically what I do. So that's it for this review. If you guys have any questions or comments, hit me up down below. I'll put some more information and links down in the details below. If you liked the video, smash that thumbs up button. Share the video with your friends, and if you haven't already subscribed, please consider subscribing. Until next time, keep your life in motion.